Hi there, and welcome to the Heavener School of Business Online Orientation. I'm Carrie Shattuck, one of the academic advisors and career coaches here in Heavener. Our goal for this orientation is to help you be more fully prepared to start our program. That means providing you with the information about the degree you'll be working toward, the resources that will be available to you as a UF business student, and also the online environments that you'll be working in. In this video, I'm going to talk about the degree requirements for junior and senior level transfer students who are pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. In the next video, we'll focus on resources and what we have to help see you through to your degree. And then we'll have you do some reading on your own to learn more about the registration process, how exams are given, how to access your lectures, and more. Be sure to pay close attention. There's tons of information in these videos and readings. And then be sure also to take the corresponding quiz before you attend the live orientation here on campus in Gainesville. So I probably don't need to tell you this, but I'm going to anyway. Earning a Warrington College of Business degree from UF is something you can really feel good about. To give you a bit of background, our college was established in 1926. So if you do the math, we're going on close to 100 years old. Not quite there, but we're getting on up there. We're fully accredited by the AACSB, which is the International Governing Body of Business Schools. We've got over 40 years of distance learning experience, and our undergraduate program is consistently ranked among the top 20 public business schools in the US. This means you're going to acquire a first-rate education and a highly marketable degree, which is evidenced by the excellence of our reputation and of our graduates who are heavily recruited by all sorts of companies across the country. Keep in mind, though, that highly ranked schools offer highly rigorous degree programs. Your courses are taught live right here on the UF campus, downstairs, as a matter of fact, in 130 Heavener. They're videotaped and then put on the web about an hour after class. So these are the exact same courses our on-campus students are taking. This is not a lower quality degree. You are earning the same degree as our on-campus students. And so you'll have the same instructors, syllabi, exams, grading systems, etc. as they do. If you're like most of our new online students, you're going to find our courses a bit more challenging than what you're used to. And that's going to be true even if you're a good student. Because of this level of challenge, we want to make sure you have the support and resources you need. You know, I've been with this college for 13 years now, and one thing I can tell you is we have more resources, much more resources than most colleges, and that we allocate those resources to help our students and to better students' experience in terms of bettering our academic programs and the opportunities that we provide our students. That's why we have this orientation and the on-campus orientation too, because you're one of our students and we want you to know that you're important to us, that we're really invested in your success, and we want to bring you in and have you feel like you're a part of our community. All right, so let's get started. The first goal we have is to teach you about your degree requirements and where you can find advising information like that. You're already in the Online Student Center and e-learning, which is essentially a college-level advising site for online business students. But I would like you to pause your video right now, open another tab in your browser, and follow along with me so you can find this information later on. So you'll type in elearning.ufl.edu and go to the e-learning homepage. And then you'll click on the blue Login to e-learning button. You'll have to log in, and then you'll be on the e-learning Canvas homepage. And from there, you'll go to the blue column on the left, click on Courses, and you'll see the Online Student Center and links listed among your courses. Those are the only two that you're registered for right now. Your real courses will appear here when you do register for them. So let's go to the Online Student Center, and here's the homepage. Since we're going to talk about degree requirements, let's look at the degree requirements page under advising. And specifically, we're going to talk about upper division degree requirements for juniors and seniors. And more specifically right now, we're going to talk about the upper division course requirements for juniors and seniors. So to fulfill your degree, you've got 2 years or 60 credits worth of courses to take, and that breaks down into 15 prescribed courses. And those courses are divided into 3 categories. There's the core courses, there's major courses, and there's professional development courses. And for those of you who do not have your Florida AA degree, you may need general education courses, possibly to meet the foreign language requirement as well. But let's look at your business courses right now. So the core courses tend to be the most challenging, and they cover all the functional areas of business. There's 7 of them. There's business law, business finance, international business, principles of management, operations and supply chain management, we refer to it as OpsMan, principles of marketing, and stats for business decisions, or business stats. So these aren't listed in, they're actually listed in alphabetical order. You don't want to take them in this order. They just happen to be listed that way. And then you'll note that in the core courses, you have to maintain a 2.0 GPA. This doesn't mean that you have to have a C in every course. Rather, you have to maintain a C average in these 7 courses. So here are your major courses. And these are just designed to give you additional business knowledge. So there's principles of entrepreneurship, leading organizations, strategic management, intro to retail, and real estate analysis. And these 2 require a 2.0 average in these 5 courses. So you have to maintain a C average. Doesn't mean a C in every course, but a C average in these 5 courses. And then you also have a set of professional development courses which are designed to give you skills for the workplace. And so those consist of effective career management, writing and speaking in business, and computing in the business environment. So looking at how this page is laid out, we've got the course numbers, the name of the course, and then you'll notice the term that the course is offered. So not all courses are offered every term. In fact, many aren't. So you can see that business law is offered in the spring and summer, whereas management, principles of management, is offered every term, whereas intro to retail is offered only during summer C. And by the way, we only offer courses during the long summer session. We don't offer any short 6-week courses like summer A or summer B, just so you know that. So let's go back to the Online Student Center homepage, and I'll show you the academic planning spreadsheet that I mentioned earlier. So here we are back at the homepage. We'll go to academic planning. And here's some great scheduling tips at the top of the page, but for now we're going to scroll down and look at the different academic planning spreadsheets. Actually, we're going to look at just one, but notice that there are multiple types of planning spreadsheets based on when you started and what category of student you are. So Florida AA students have their own. If you transferred in without a Florida AA degree, so maybe you have a Florida Associate of Science degree, or you're from out of state or from a Florida private school, you would look at the second category, and you're going to be looking at the second one there. And then freshmen and sophomores have their own. So just so we can cover all bases, I'm going to click on the spreadsheet for transfer students without a Florida AA. I'm opening that in Excel. It's perfectly safe to open. And there you'll see the planning spreadsheet that we created for you. So the academic planning spreadsheet really has everything you need when you're trying to figure out which courses to take and what all you have to take. Each of the courses that you need for your degree, all 15, are listed on this page and broken into the 3 main categories. You've got the course number, the course name, which is hyperlinked. Again, if you see anything that's blue and underlined in the Online Student Center, it's hyperlinked, so take a look at that. We'll click on business law, and there's the course description. So that link goes to the catalog and the course description for business law. which also lists the prereqs for that course. So you'll need that when you're planning out your courses. You'll need to know what the prereqs are. We'll close that. Go back to the spreadsheet. When the course is available is listed, and then here are the scheduling notes that I told you about, which give you some indication of the difficulty level and the nature of the course. As you can see, business law is a very challenging senior level course, heavy in reading and writing, as you can imagine. Business finance is a highly challenging quantitative course. It's probably our hardest course. So when you see notes that indicate that, you want to schedule accordingly and have a lighter load that semester. The degree requirements are even listed on this page, or excuse me, the grade requirements. So for your core courses and major courses, you have to maintain a 2.0 in that category. And then you'll see on the left-hand side, we have a template created for you to plan out your courses with. And I tell my students, I'd like to see you have a few courses under your belt before I give a thumbs up to a particular schedule. But we encourage students to make these long-term academic plans, particularly after they have a few courses under their belt, and then send them to us so that we can give you our feedback on them. And because we don't want you to create nightmare schedules for yourself. So you can use the scheduling notes, you can use when the course is available and the prereqs when you're creating your own academic plan. And then while we're on this page, I just want to scroll down a bit. The AAA, if you have a Florida AA, you won't see this on your planning spreadsheet, but for those who don't have an AA, you may have some general education coursework to complete. And these are the overall general education requirements for business students. You'll definitely want to confer with your advisor about which specific courses, gen ed courses you need to take, if any. It's possible you may have them all met. But your advisor will have to evaluate your transcript to determine that. And lastly, I wanted to point out this take a tour of the core. If you look at that, let me pull that onto the screen here. You'll get an overview of all your courses. And this is the course description and then some tips for success in business law and business finance. These are your instructors here. So take a look at that when you have time. And then back to the spreadsheet. Also, these buttons here are hyperlinked, and this link takes you to our course syllabi page. They don't always post course syllabi at the start of the term or before the start of the term, unfortunately, but you can go back and look at a previous term of when the course was offered and look at the past syllabus, and chances are there won't be too drastic a change between terms. And so you could use that as a basis for determining the nature and the work volume of the course. But I did want to show you that. And then back to the spreadsheet, we have a GPA calculator that's very handy, and then a list of academic resources that, I encourage you to click on all these buttons when you're on your own and you have time to do that. Actually, I thought of one more thing I want to mention. Sometimes our courses change, not very often. Usually when that happens, it's usually the major courses, excuse me. And you can see there's a couple changes that went on here. It was very recently. But you want to go back to the Online Student Center and refresh your planning spreadsheet periodically because of these changes. Otherwise, you're going to have some bad information. You're going to be saying, what happened to this course? And you're not going to see that it's available and wonder why. And that's because it was discontinued. So ECO 3713 was replaced by GEB 3017. And but if students took ECO 3017, they don't have to take GEB 3017. They've met the requirement, so we'll never ask you to take an additional course. You've got 15 courses to take, and that's all. I just wanted to make you aware of that. Well, it's time to wrap this video up. Before going any further though, please go back to the upper division course and grade requirements pages and carefully read them. I didn't go over the grade requirements page in detail, or really at all. I touched on the grades looking at the other page, but look at all the courses and read the course descriptions. Then read about your grade requirements, and you have college grading policies. That's all really important information that you need to be well informed. So you'll also be quizzed on it in a little bit, so make sure to pay attention and get this information down. So I appreciate your watching this video, and remember that as a business advisor, I'm your most direct source of information. I'm here to advocate for you and to help you in any way I can. And that holds true for the other advisors as well.